Which leads us to the most anticipated date this month, the August 8th pop culture sensation known as the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. Your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Google homepages will be blowing up with sensational content so that on this date, a portal in the sky opens up between us and the star Sirius to help you manifest your wildest dreams. Some spiritualists will say that the three pyramids in Egypt were built to mimic the three stars in Orion's belt, the star Sirius being the brightest of them. The numerologists will concur this by saying that the date 8/8 is a powerful repeating number. But here's why I think the pulp culture phenomenon of the Lionsgate portal is a fraud. Number one, the month of August didn't exist when the Egyptians built the pyramid. The month of August wasn't invented until 8 BC. That's long after the pyramids were built. It was invented by the Roman Emperor Augustus Caesar so that he could name something after himself. So no, the Egyptians did not pick the modern date of August 8th, 8/8, as a date where, conveniently, of repeating numbers, their Egyptian pyramids would align with the star Sirius. That, my friends, is the brainchild of our modern Gregorian calendar meeting pop culture spiritual enthusiasm. Number two, the star Sirius helped sync the Egyptian calendar to the Nile River. The Egyptians had their own calendar. In fact, they had two. The first was the civil calendar synced to the solar cycle. The second was a religious calendar synced to the lunar cycles. These calendars were further synced to the Nile River, an essential life force for these desert climate people. And yes, they did track the star Sirius as part of their calendar calculations, but they did it because the star Sirius's heliacal rising also coincided with the annual rising of the Nile River. Basically, the Egyptians made the star Sirius important because spotting it in the sky meant the rainy season was going to begin, so their agricultural cycle could finally start, and they weren't going to die of drought in the desert. The star Sirius was about agriculture for the Egyptians, not manifestation boards. Perhaps the primary portal that the star Sirius opens is a waterway, so that these people could grow food to put in their mouths. Number three, the actual date of the appearance of the star Sirius changes every year. The opening of the so-called Lionsgate portal period is based on the actual date of the first observable appearance in the morning of the star Sirius across the eastern horizon line according to your latitude, not the theoretical date of 8/8. Since the Earth wobbles, that actual date changes every year. 5,000 years ago, the morning appearance of the star Sirius used to occur in mid-June, but because of the Earth's wobble, a scientific term known as precession, the rising of the star Sirius has shifted into late summer. In fact, if you're a modern-day Egyptian, the Lionsgate portal already happened for you back on July 6th when the Sun and Sirius were astronomically aligned for the city of Luxor. But don't worry, if you live in a city on the same latitude as Chicago, the star Sirius has yet to first appear for you coming up on August 11th, so there's plenty of time to get ready for your Lionsgate hoorah. For the rest of you, you'll have to stand out in your front lawn this summer and wait for the star's first morning appearance at your home latitude to know when the cosmic lion is going to be roaring in your direction. So, does 8/8 hold any validity? Only in collective consciousness. Yes, numerologists will argue that the repeating numbers 8/8 are powerful for money, success, and business. And yes, Pythagoras, the mathematician, did teach us that mathematics is indeed the language of the universe and that numbers do hold very powerful resonances. But in this case, what is most powerful is the amassed belief of the population making that date significant. It's kind of like Christmas, because millions of people are all agreeing to celebrate on an agreed upon date. The power of our collective intention does actually hold significant influence. Scientific studies have validated the power of prayer, showing that when large groups of people focus their attention positively during a stated duration of time, there shows to be statistical declines in negative effects like violence and emergencies in the local surrounding areas during that contained period of time. So if a bunch of people around the world choose to celebrate the date 8/8 as a time for meaningful positivity and prayer, even if that date is a little astronomically inaccurate for their geographic location, then I do still believe that we can have some great positive effects. In which case, pray on, my friends. All right, friends, thank you for joining me for part 1 of the August Futurecast. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, especially our deep dive into the Lionsgate portal. If you like this video, give us the like button, share it with another independent thinker, and stay tuned for part 2 of the video, which will be released after the Lionsgate portal. All right, my friends, until next time, when our stars align.